Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing that the people you love the most don't actually love you. They only love the version of you that serves them. Every single day, we drain our energy trying to be available, trying to fix everyone else's problems, believing that our usefulness equals our value. We wear a mask of constant kindness, hoping it earns us respect. But what if your ultimate kindness is actually your greatest self-betrayal? This is the story of Julian, a brilliant but chronically overlooked clockmaker who learned the ultimate lesson about self-respect from a mirror that didn't reflect reality. Julian lived in a bustling city where his clock shop was always full, but his pockets were always empty. He was a man who could never say no. When the wealthy merchants demanded discounts, Julian smiled and agreed, running his business at a loss. When his friends needed favors late at night, Julian would leave his dinner cold on the table to help them. When his siblings asked for loans he couldn't afford, he went into debt to keep them happy. Julian believed that by being endlessly available, he was building a legacy of love. Yet, when Julian fell ill and his shop closed for 2 weeks, not a single person knocked on his door to check on him. Instead, his mailbox was flooded with angry letters, asking why their clocks weren't fixed yet. Heartbroken and exhausted, Julian recovered and went to the local marketplace to clear his mind. There, he stumbled upon a strange old antique collector selling a magnificent, silver-framed mirror. "This is the mirror of the worthy," the old collector whispered. "It is free to anyone who truly believes they are a good person. But beware, it does not show your face. It shows your true value to the world." Julian, believing his life of sacrifice made him worthy, gladly took the mirror home. He hung it up, took a deep breath, and stepped in front of it. He expected to see a glowing aura, or perhaps a golden light symbolizing his generosity. Instead, the glass remained completely dark. Then, slowly, gray smoke cleared inside the mirror, revealing an image. Julian gasped. In the reflection, he saw his friends, his family, and his customers. But they weren't looking at him. They were standing around a giant, faceless, wooden mannequin. The mannequin was holding open a heavy velvet bag full of gold coins, tools, and food. One by one, the people stepped up, grabbed whatever they wanted from the bag, and walked away without uttering a single word of thanks. As the bag grew emptier, the wooden mannequin began to crack and splinter under the weight of their demands. Julian stared at the mirror in horror. He realized the faceless, breaking mannequin was him. To the world, he wasn't a friend, a brother, or a master craftsman. He was just a convenient, free utility. The next morning, Julian changed. He began setting strict boundaries. When a merchant demanded an unfair discount, Julian calmly said, "My price is fixed. If you cannot afford it, you may look elsewhere." The merchant, shocked, paid the full price. When his friend called him late at night to complain about a minor issue, Julian said, "I am sleeping. We can talk during business hours." He stopped offering unprompted favors. He stopped answering every call on the first ring. Within a month, Julian's life transformed. He had energy, his business began to thrive, and the toxic people who used to drain him slowly stopped calling. He felt a profound sense of peace. He believed he had finally mastered the art of self-respect. A few months later, confident and proud of his new, emotionally secure life, Julian decided to look into the silver mirror one last time before returning it to the old antique collector. He stepped in front of it, expecting to see a strong, independent king standing tall, free from the faceless mannequin's curse. The smoke cleared, but Julian's jaw dropped. The reflection didn't show a king. It showed the exact same faceless wooden mannequin as before. Except this time, the mannequin wasn't holding a bag of gold. It was locked inside a cage of thick, heavy iron bars, completely isolated in a dark, empty void. Julian's heart pounded. He rushed back to the marketplace, found the old antique collector, and slammed the mirror onto his table. "Your mirror is broken," Julian shouted. "I stopped being a doormat. I stood up for myself. I set boundaries and protected my peace. Why does it still show me as a faceless prisoner?" The old collector looked at the mirror, then looked up at Julian with a sad, knowing smile. "Julian," the old man said softly, "you did not build self-respect. You built a fortress out of fear. True self-respect is not about shutting the world out so you can never be hurt again. When you were endlessly available, you were addicted to the approval of others. When you isolated yourself, you became addicted to the protection of your ego.